We're at Chateau Coppins with the current leader of the MX1 World Championship, Josh Coppins. Josh, tell us a little bit about your season so far.
Well, it started pretty well. I mean, moving to Yamaha, and I had big boots to fill, replacing Stefan, but also a lot of work to do, getting used to the new bike, the new team, the structure of all the mechanics. I was lucky enough that I took my mechanic Fabio from CAS with me, and that helped. But the season so far has gone pretty well. Pre-season I won 2 races and had 2 podiums. The only race that didn't go well for me was in Gemmet, Dutch Championship. Had some problems, but I was still confident. That's why we did those races. And a week before Valkenswaard, my riding really started to come good. And once that happened, I started to feel confident coming into Valkenswaard. And the rest is history. 2 GP wins and a 2-1 for second last week.
And we know now in Portugal that you'd suffered a small injury to your foot. And of course there was the sensational battle with Kevin in the second heat. In how so far did your injury hamper you in the second heat?
Well, it wasn't so much the injury. I was struggling physically, and I think the medication I took to sort of help with the pain didn't help my condition, and that made it really hard. And already after the first race, I was riding well in the first race, but I was already really tired, so I was pretty nervous coming into the second race. I was thinking, I'm not going to be fit enough here, and I knew. But anyway, Kevin, I had a good start and I was hoping for an easy race, but Kevin was quite aggressive first corner and took us wide, and I came out 8th, which was not really what I wanted. I wanted to go for whole shot and just try to save as much energy as possible, but that's racing, and he's a racer and a fighter, and he's pushing hard, so I understand that fully. And then I tried to battle for as long as I could, but that's all I could do.
Well, it was a great battle, and of course almost nobody around the track missed the fingers that were pointed, which made for, I think, one of those moments that people tend to remember. What was that all about?
Well, Kevin took me wide in the first corner, and in the heat of the moment I was a little bit pissed off because I didn't really need that. I was quite tired, like I told you, and I wanted an easy race, and he took me wide. I went in first and came out 8th, so I was a little bit disappointed, and that's why I pointed the finger, not because I was cocky or anything like that. I respect Kevin, I respect every other rider on the track, and I wouldn't do that, but I was just a little bit disappointed, and in hindsight it was a mistake, but anyway, I did it, and Kevin beat me, so he was the best in the second heat.
Well, it did make for a very memorable race. You mentioned earlier your move to Yamaha. How have you found it? How's the team been for you so far?
Very, very good. I've worked for great teams before, but I'm really happy at Yamaha. I'm happy with the people, and I couldn't ask for a better situation.
Yeah, of course, I think that's one of the top teams. And then, of course, your teammate is Mark de Rewe. This is of interest to the Dutch people. How do you think that Mark has slotted into the team?
Well, he was going really well pre-season, and he seems to get along well with the team. I expected big things from Mark this year, and so far he hasn't delivered in the Grand Prix. Valkenswaard was quite promising, especially second heat, but since then it hasn't gone as well as he had hoped, or even the team, and even what I'd thought. So obviously Mark has a few problems. The team's working hard. I hope for him it will come better, and he slotted in well. He's a good teammate. I've gone from contrast to contrast with Kenda Dyker, who doesn't say anything, to Mark de Rewe, who doesn't stop saying anything. So, but I like Mark. He's a good teammate as far as he's easy to get along with, and I hope things turn around for him.
Well, Mark has always been surrounded by a bit of controversy. Do you think he's toned it down a bit, being with Rinaldi and of course, one of the top-level teams in the paddock?
Well, I think so. I think he's been trying hard, but obviously the results haven't come for him. So, obviously he's disappointed. But he's got good people around him, and I'm sure he'll come better. And I know the team is really behind him and trying to help him. And, like I said, I really hope it comes better. And like you said, he has had controversy in the past, but I think he's a good rider, and I hope it comes good for him.
Oh, that's great. Now, looking forward, fortunately for you, you've had now the opportunity to have a weekend's break before we go into Italy. Do you expect your injury will be fully healed up by that time?
Yeah, I think so. Dr. Klaas said I can begin to ride at the weekend, so I think I should be coming 100% by Mantova. I don't think it's an injury that I'm going to need to take any pain medication for there, so I'm hoping to be fully fit. And I think that I can come out swinging in Mantova. I've got a week there. I leave Saturday. I'll be down there for the week testing and training with the team, and I think we can come out strong in Mantova and hopefully do another 1-1.
Oh, that's great. Now, motocross in its history has seen a couple of riders that were the perennial number twos. We think of Kurt Nickel, Kees van der Ven, Monique Burfoots, and up till now it seemed to have been your lot. Has that ever entered your mind that might just keep you from gaining the ultimate prize that you want?
No, honestly it hasn't. I honestly believe that I'm the strongest rider for this year, and I honestly believe I have the best team and I'm able to win. So that really hasn't entered my mind. I think as long as I keep focused and keep trying to win. Obviously last weekend wasn't the best situation, but I think I made the best out of a bad situation. I did quite well. And Kevin won, but he didn't make any points on me. I have already a decent points lead. I want to obviously increase that, and all I'm concentrated on at the moment is myself, my riding and my condition, and not so much on what the other riders are doing. And I think if I keep this focus and just do what I do best, and that's race, I think I can win.
Something that might have helped you would have been if the other riders had started mixing it up amongst themselves, if different people had finished second. But now, at the moment, it appears that Kevin starts to edge ahead of the others. Is that something that's making it more difficult for you?
I think it's too early to say that, but yes, you are right. Kevin is now, ahead of the other guys. But I think the other guys have had some problems, and I know that for sure you will see the other riders make good races. You're going to see guys like Steve Ramon and Tano Leok and Jonathan Barragan and David Philipparts. They're all going to go well on their day, and I think that they're going to come out. Obviously, they all have some problems at the moment, whether it be injury or the bike or the condition. It's just not quite clicking for them at the moment. I think it will come right at some stage, and when it does come right, I hope that they get in and mix it up with me and also with Kevin, and I hope it's a good race. It's just a matter of not knowing when that's going to happen. I think also for them, they want it to happen today, but I don't know if it will. But they're all good riders, the ones I mentioned, and there's even more out there. So I think there will be some good races and some good battles to come.
Great.